I'm back with my Thoughtful Thursdays and a happy new year. Last week was very interesting, and the reason for not shooting a Thoughtful Thursday was just this feeling in the air of feeling blah because we're back with the Omicron. But let's not let that dampen our spirits. And the only way to get going is what I said last time. It's one day at a time. And the most important thing during this time is to check in with people, check in what's happening with them. Talk to a lot of people, get your energy up, and that's a surefire way of feeling really good and pepped up for the new year. But what I'm going to talk about is back with my examples of how we can make a difference through our work. And I love this profession, and what really came to my mind is what my brother asked me once. Priya, aren't you tired of this, traveling and meeting people? And I gave it some thought and I realized that actually no. Because every time you research something, it's a new topic, it's a fresh topic, and you're putting a lens onto it which you had never thought before. And I want to talk about a memorable study that I really enjoyed in the kids space, and it was about baby care. And interestingly, it was a brand that wanted to launch in the gifting space, baby care and gifting. And I said, what's there really to talk about in gifting and baby care? And oh my God, when I got the study, I was ecstatic, because that was a time I said, what really happens when a baby is born? And how do people, I would say, react or even go about wishing a baby, gifting a baby? And this is not necessarily, the older people in the house. It was also about the young people. So we're talking about young people, we're talking older people, we're talking about men, we're talking about women. And the study was called blessings. And I thought it was an interesting word, because how do we dimensionalize the word blessings? What does blessings mean? And why the word blessings? So the way we went about it was first me sitting and thinking about how am I going to get in the mind of a consumer and actually take them down to the point of telling me what really happens when they see a newborn baby. And guess what I did? I actually took a baby doll, and that's when my daughter Tahira was very small, and she had a baby doll, and it looked like a real life doll, and I took that to the group. Of course, definitely asking for permission. But what happened was, after I did the general chit chat and warm up, I just placed this doll and I asked people for 2 minutes to close their eyes and visualize that there's a baby born, and now we're meeting the baby. Just this act of visualization, just this act of getting everybody anchored into this thought that we're meeting a baby, the baby is born and we're going to the hospital. And they actually walk me to this journey of what really happens. It was magical. Within 5 minutes, I just kept quiet. I saw women holding the baby, talking to the baby, blessing the baby. Well, that was the older lot. The younger guys were a little hesitant. They said, we don't know what to do. Should we touch the baby? Should we talk to the baby? Should we wish the baby? And that's when we realized that while the older guys believed in blessings, the younger guys had no word called blessing, because they felt they were just too young to bless a newborn baby. And the word that they mentioned was good wishes. That was the first thought. The second one was there was a lot of touch. The tactile sensation of touching a baby, feeling the baby. And that was another way to really bless the baby. And One lady in Chennai beautifully said that when I touch a baby, my aura passes on to the baby. And this was somebody very close. It was a very close relative, almost like a Masi or, someone very dear to the family. That was the second learning. And the third learning was that people were always in a conundrum what to give the baby, what to give the parents. And that's why you needed a safe choice. You needed a safe choice in gifting so that you can't go wrong with the gift. And of course, there were other suggestions. But these were the three main highlights of this study. And what I want to point out is when you study a particular subject or when you look at a word, you suddenly start appreciating what really, really goes on in that particular subject. And I would encourage all of us to really deep dive, think about how can you get into the mind of the consumers, find different ways. And that's the beauty of the work that we do. That's the beauty of the research and the insights business. That's the beauty of the exploratory work that we do. And this year, the month of Jan, as we embark into 2022, I would encourage all researchers to feel free to create, feel free to explore, and not hesitate in trying out something new. And happy 2022.